Welcome to part 7, and I am about to answer this question. What did I think? Did the other man murder his wife and bury her in those tunnels? In the tunnels, there was... bury her. No, I don't think so. Couldn't be sure. He could have been another victim. After all, he was dead when I woke up. Now what do I do though? Trusty old TV? What's this? It was the letter I had taken from the postbox. It had gotten a bit wet in the rain. Somebody had obviously had it out for Norman, but who? Oh no, Norman. If I was wrong about Rachel, then what about him? Did I kill him? I'm so confused. No, I never killed him. I couldn't have. I clearly wasn't seeing things correctly, but no, I could never do something like that. That note wasn't from me. What's this on the floor? The pile of mail on the floor I now saw was addressed to me. Bills, credit card offers, a letter from the bank. They were all addressed to me. I have to get some answers. I must have locked the door. There was no reason to return to the backyard anyway. How many breakfasts had I eaten there completely alone? So obviously, he's just a nutter. This guy is just absolutely nuts. What's this? My old office safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tax records and other important documents in it. It used a digital passcode, but I didn't have the code. Maybe I had left it somewhere. I need answers. The answers are in that safe. I gotta crack the safe. Yeah, I gotta crack that safe. Okay. Up the stairs. In the shards of that broken mirror, I could see my face, gaunt now, hollow and sickly, and immensely troubled. What other illusions had I dreamed up? What other truths were waiting to be exposed? This guy is really insecure, isn't he? All because I said that his wife wasn't dead. Who killed that man anyway? He should be happy. She's escaped somehow. The laptop was dead, but I found some notes and loose paper in the drawer where they had found the key. There was a yellow sticky note with an 8-digit code. 4R3UHER3. The code looked like it might be for the safe. Well, I'm taking it and I'm gonna go use it on the safe. The safe wasn't in the bathroom. Come on now. Don't be silly. The code I found should have let me access the safe. Did I try to open it? Yes. There was a poorly framed photo of what looked to be a small headstone in a graveyard. It was tucked away peacefully under a beautiful old maple tree. Underneath it was another sheet of paper. This looked like some kind of MRI printout. It showed the top view of a brain scan. I noticed the bottom of the scan had 2 whitish patches on it. I didn't recognize either image. Finally, at the bottom of the pile was a simple white envelope. The front of it read, "Do not open until I tell you." I guess this was as good a time as any to see what was inside. Did I open the envelope and read what was inside? Yeah. I tore open the envelope and removed the yellow lined paper inside. On it was a letter written in the hand that looked familiar. The letter read, "I know this whole event has probably been pretty difficult. You can't imagine how hard it's been for me too. Well, maybe you can. That isn't meant to be an excuse, but, well, I hope you can better understand why I've done what I've done. Moving to this town seemed like such a dream, a quiet place to get established, to live out our lives and to be together. But you know as well as I do that things quickly changed. Your drinking was one thing, but as you grew more distant, as you retreated into that world of yours, well, it was clear you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all, but it took all this time to make you realize, in the end, though you may never forgive me for this, you may never forgive yourself, but this is probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. I'm just sorry it had to happen this way. Rachel. Rachel did exist. She exists. I have my answers. Rachel is real. But she left me. Because I'm a dirtbag. I wasn't going to leave, I had at least. I just got answers, didn't I? By the looks of it, I hadn't collected the mail in over a week. Do I have to go back down to the basement? How'd I end up? Not until I had gone over everything. I needed to make sure I was perfectly clear. Okay, back over everything. TV. I had that old TV for so long, I don't know if I could ever replace it. Did the TV change? Was it a flat screen before? Oh, no, what's this paper? Norman, you poor bastard. I need those answers. I thought I had the answers. But they weren't the answers all along. Ellipsis. 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 Thanks for that, ellipsis. Had the mirror been broken in a struggle or by some other way? In the dirty faded glass I looked like nothing more than a faint shadow. I used to tell myself that Rachel was the one who wanted to keep the tub. When was the last time I showered? I smelled awful. I need answers, man. I've been here. There wasn't anything more to find in the desk. Man, hurry up. I need answers. What's that one? Who killed that man anyway? It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? No, there was no way that was me out there. I woke up in that house, remember? I wasn't off in any damn forest. I guess these books were all actually mine then. No, because you just found the thing. Well, they're all yours now because she's gone, buddy. Bathroom again. Hoi. Is that everything? It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Why am I going back in the basement? Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find. But I had to take a last look. Why the heck am I going back in the basement? If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Did I pick it up again? No. Just the thought made my head spin. I left the gun on the cold floor in the basement. Not if you're going to use it for that. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? No, man. You're in no state to be picking up anything. No, there was another way of dealing with this. Can I go now? That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in the house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Yes. Since I had arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in that plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense some time after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been the worst of my entire life. Would it even be possible to bounce back from everything that had happened, everything I'd seen? You know, in a way, I almost wish I hadn't even woken up tonight. It would have spared me a lot of pain. What had happened to the other man I found in that old house? Had I killed him? Is that why I was locked in that room? Or did you? And what was hidden within those sewers I had found? The tunnel to the man's house obviously led there, but was there something I missed? Was I so busy worrying about Rachel that I was blind? You know, I didn't know who had taken my wallet, but I knew it wasn't me. Who had been all over town at Norman's or in that forest? I don't care what you think. I may be mad, but it wasn't me. There were plenty of other people to blame for this. Why don't you start thinking about them instead? The forest especially was a difficult maze, and I would rest easy if I never saw it again. The old factory used to be a haven of sorts, but when I saw it tonight it was anything but. Those faded walls, those long dead sounds, they had stirred something in the back of my mind, but I wasn't sure what. I had to catch my breath to take it all in. At each point until the factory things had only gotten worse. But then, going to Norman's store, that's where the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when the perspective on all this really started to change. Oh, Norman, I don't know how you got mixed up in all this, but someone had killed you. My head was a mess, everything ached and was foggy, so I don't know if you deserved what you got in the end. We were friends once, weren't we? Did you know about all this? Did you know what Rachel was? But as painful as all of that was, oh no, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had seen and done, finally coming home was supposed to be the end to this entire ordeal. I had no idea, though, that it was only the beginning. The silence in the house when I had first stepped through the kitchen door, that should have been my first clue. To think that I went through all that completely unaware of what I would discover. Did you know before the end? Did you mock me when you finally showed me the truth? You don't know what it's like to have everything ripped away from you in a heartbeat. How could I possibly go on now knowing what I do without Rachel? Even the thought of Rachel, I was truly lost. As the door swung open, I could smell damp grass and the closeness of the air. After everything, it felt like I had more questions than answers. You made me see the truth, I'll give you that, but now I was completely lost. You took away the only thing that had kept me going. My gosh. I was sure words would get out, and soon enough the police would come looking for me. And what then? Would you be there to show me their way? What will I do then? Benjamin Rivers. Did that make sense to you? Did I seriously miss, like... Did I miss something? I mean, that was weird, wasn't it? It was weird. It wasn't meant to be weird. It was meant to be scary. It just ended up being weird. Okay, guys. Okay. Home's dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch your back. Benjamin. Jeez. Come on, man. Mellow out. I mean, that a lot, like... Jeez. Share your story. What happened to you? So it's like it's. Alright, I don't know what happened at the end of that last part, like the very end. It just like cut out and just, I don't know. Like my voice was just disappeared from it. I don't know. But anyway, like the game is actually different in the way you play it, I think, and like it. What's the word? What's the words I'm looking for? It's a unique experience. It's it changes. Man, I think I've played too much of it. Like the way I played that game and what I got from it was it was strange. So anyway, happy October. Happy scary October. Was this scary? I don't think it was. I don't think it really was. There was parts where it was a little bit frightening, but ultimately it was not a horror and it was not really scary. Maybe pixels can't be scary. They can be scary. Pixels are terrifying. Alright, bye guys.